And this revision will be divided into parts. We will start by part 1, that includes revision of module 2 or chapter 2. Chapter 2, as you remember, consists of solving equations, multi-step, one-step, multi-step, and equations with variable both sides. It includes absolute value equations, solving proportions, and using formulas. It also includes the first part, which is writing and interpreting equations. Let's start by this question. Which equation represents this sentence? 4 times the sum. So 4 times the sum. Usually, a sum is the addition process of two parts. Something on something else. Oh, a number x from one side, and so the other side will be number y is equal to 25. Equal to 25. Which one is the correct one? Let's see. Match each equation to its verbal description. A, the product of 3, so 3, product means the result of multiplication, حاصل ضرب, and the sum of, so open the bracket, plus x and y, so x and y, is equal to 6. So which one is that one? This is C. B, the product of 3 times x, 3 times x, and y, the product of two sides, 3x on one side, the other one is the other one. So this is the product, first product, and the other one, y, is 6. So this will be A. So I write here A. For C, the sum of, so it is addition of 3 times x from one side and y, other side, is equal to 6. Which one is this? The sum of 3 times x on one side, y. So here this is the same as B. However, he didn't write brackets, but the brackets here has actually no benefit. And if you write it or you don't write it, it's okay, because it's not subtracted by something or multiplied by something else. So it's okay. Last one, the sum of 3. So there is a sum of something and something. 3 on one side, and the other side is product of x and y. So here product, so the result of multiplication of x and y is equal to 6. So this will be D. And we are done with this question. Write an equation to represent this sentence. The difference of, so minus, what and what? Twice x from this side, 2x, twice or double, it's multiplication by 2. And the other side is 4 times what? Quantity, open bracket for the quantity. X plus y, in the quantity we have x plus y, outside is equal to 10. Next, write an equation for the sentence below. So we will choose from the given questions. 3 added to, 3 added or increased by 4 times, which is added 4 times, so 4 times a number, any number, you can name it n, x, b, a, he has named it as n, is the same as means equal 19. So which one is this? This is A. Next question, number 5. Write a sentence for the equation 2 plus 3n equals 5. And now the situation is different, because now the given is the equation and we are going to write the verbal expression. We are going to write. So 2, this one can be expressed as added to, plus, increased by, more than. So we will write the simplest one, which is plus. Now 3n is 3 times n. So you can write 3 times n, or 3 multiplied by n, or you can say also the product of 3 and n. Usually use the simplest way, which is plus, multiplied, or times. A number n equals, or as, is the same as, or as much as, equal to, is equal to 5. Let's write it in verbs. So again here, n is, you can also leave it as is equal to 5 times n, number n, the same number. Even if you said the same number, you would choose same number, which is n. Write a sentence for the below equation. Now we have 7 times. Since there is no operation, you will use times. 7 times what? Either you use the quantity or you use the sum. If you use the quantity, then you should mention what is in the quantity. Is it plus or minus? The quantity 3 plus 5 times a number n is a times n or multiplied by n. If you want to use the sum, you can say 7 times the sum of. If you mention the sum, no need to mention the plus. So directly you go to sum of what? Sum of this one. 3 times number n, blah, blah, blah. You can continue 3 and you would write this one. Sum of 3 and 5 times n is a times n. Okay, write the sentence for the equation. This one. Now we will choose the best one. Here, 2 times. Here, 2 times. The sum of x and 1, it's the sum of x and 1 equals to 10. That's it. It's easy. Solve a multi-step equation. Remember, solving means keep the variable alone or isolate the variable. So if you want to solve for x, means we are subtracting 8 from both sides. So 3x is 29 minus 8, which is 21. We will do the inverse operation. Now, 3 here is multiplied by x, so we will divide by 3 both sides. So x is 7. Done. Now, same thing, start by the minus and the plus first to get rid of them. Now, the r here is multiplied by 5 over 2, then subtracted 6. So you take the 6 there. It will be 5r over 2 equals 19 plus 6, which is 25. And since here the variable is multiplied by a fraction, you have 2 choices. Either you multiply by 2, then divide by 5. But we prefer to do it in one step by multiplying both sides by the reciprocal, مقلوب الرقم. So you get rid of this and you end up with only the variable. And when you multiply this, it becomes 10. Here we have p on the other side. So we do the same thing. And we will isolate the plus and the minus first. This will be adding 6. So it will be negative 21 equals negative 3p. And finally, you divide by negative 3. P will be 7 or P will be 7 from this way. See this question. 11, same. We will take the 44 there. It is 17. And then we will multiply by negative 3 because we get rid of the negative and we get rid of the 3 at the same time. And don't forget that you should multiply both sides by the same number. And this will be 17 times 3, negative 3, which is negative 51. Negative 51. And this will be the solution. Now we are going to solve this question. Now there is a bracket. Whenever you have a bracket and you have a number multiplied by this bracket, we need to break the bracket. So we will use distributive property. 4 times x for x, 4 times 9, 36, and we will keep the other sides for a while. Combine like terms. So take the 6x here, 36 there. Remember, when you take from left to right or right to left side, reverse the sign of the variable. or the number even. Now, for example, this was 36 positive, so I'll take it to the other side, negative 36, and we have this the same. So this will be negative 2x equals negative 40, dividing by negative 2 both sides, so x is 20. So you choose 20. Here, if there is a minus outside, this is minus 1, or it means reverse. It's a signal to reverse all the signs inside the bracket. So if you distribute it, it will be negative x, and you distribute this away, it will be plus 1 equals x plus 1. And you combine like terms, take this here, this there, minus x is 1 minus 1. So minus 2x is 0. Don't say no solution, because when you divide here, 0 divided by a number is 0, and 0 is a solution. No solution is a different case. Now let's solve this. We have two brackets to be resolved. So I will multiply here. This will be 10, negative 2n, plus 2n again, plus 2n, plus 2. There's an equal here. We forgot the equal here. And as you see here, there is the same variable with the same coefficient in both sides. So we can subtract 2n from both sides to make it easier for us. And we end up with 10 minus 2n equals to 2. If you take the 10 there, negative 2n is 2 minus 10. So negative 2n is negative 8. And when you divide by negative 2, n is 4. So the answer is n equals to 4. Identify the term that best describes each equation. We have cases like infinity many solution, one solution, or no solution. So let's solve one by one to check. Here, the first equation, which is A, you will combine like terms as we have done before a while. So we will take negative m will go down, take the other m equals negative 10, and another time 10 will go there. This will be negative 2m equals negative 20, and it's very clear that it has a solution, which is 10. No need even to solve it to the end, because since m appears with a number, then it has one solution. So this one solution will be for A. This is A, no solution. One solution, alpha. So for B, now, if you take B here, let's solve B here. This was 7x plus 5 equals 7x plus 5 between brackets. Of course, this right-hand side is not equal to the left-hand side because you need to distribute this. And this will be 7x plus 35. As you see here, you notice that there is the same variable, same coefficients in both sides. So you can subtract 7x from both sides, or if you take it even, this will disappear. And you end up with two numbers that are not equal. This is a false statement. And when you end up with two sides that are not equal, then this means there is no solution. No solution. Variable disappears. So here we have no solution. No solutions. No solution is for 3 here, so it is for P. This will take B. And finally, last one. We know what is the choice, but I will solve it as well. So we have here 3t plus 2 equals 2 plus 3t plus 4. Don't confuse yourself. If there is plus 4 here, it doesn't mean that you need to distribute. This is wrong. Distribution comes from multiplication only. So I will distribute this 3t plus 6 equals, this will go down as it is. Nothing will happen. And combining like terms, as you see, this and that are exactly the same with the same sign, it will disappear. So it appears 6 equals 2 plus 4, which is 6. And this is always true. And this is called identity. And identity means infinitely many solutions. And this means the first choice, which is 1, and it goes for C. Or CAB. Which of the following linear equation has no solution? As we mentioned now, if you solve no variable and the right-hand side is not equal to the left-hand side, then there is no solution. And it is here, if you check all of them, make sure that you will cancel the variable, that the variable appears the same sign. For example, here the variable appears here and there. You can cancel them, but you end up here with 3 equals minus 3, right? If you end up with two sides that are not equal, that means no solution. So directly here, the solution is phi or no solution. But for this case, for example, here there's an x here, x there. If you cancel them, you end up with 3 equals to 3, which is always true. No variable appears, and the right-hand side is equal to the left-hand side. That means this will be infinitely many solution. So read the question carefully. Infinitely many solution is different than no solution. But in both of them, the variable will disappear. Now we reach to the part of the proportions. Proportions mean two fractions that are uh, equal to each other. This can be done using proportion and using another method, and I prefer proportion. If this question appears to you, the best way is to do cross multiply. Cross multiply means I will take the 5 and I multiply with the whole expression here. So I will multiply by x minus 3 is equal, the other one is 2 times x. So it's 2 times x, which is 2x. And when you distribute here, 5 times x, 5x, 5 times negative 3 is negative 15, and we will proceed by combining like terms. So 5x minus 2x is equal to 15, 3x equals to 15, divide by 3, so x is 5. And this is the solution. Question 19, as usual, I will put this down and then I will start distributing minus 2x and this one minus 14. Let's combine like terms, and before combining like terms, I prefer to simplify the equation as much as we can. So I will put 10 minus x here and I will try to simplify. We have here like terms, 3x minus 2x, which is 1x. And we have negative 12 minus 14, which is negative 26. Now I can start negative 5x. I keep the x with the x's. So this is minus x. Don't forget that this was positive. Then 26 negative. I'll take the 10 to that 26. It will be negative 10. So this will be minus 6x is equal minus 36. Use the calculator if you are not good in adding integers. And when you divide by negative 6 both sides, x will appear to be 6. And this is the final answer. Again, we have another proportion. This times this equals this times that. Remember, we have to take the whole expression. So 2 times 6 times 7x. Distribute. And this no distribution is happening because it's just multiplication by multiplication. It's not multiplication over addition. So we'll put 42x. Combining like terms, 8x minus 42x equals to negative 34. 8 minus 42 is negative 34x. And finally, you will divide. And this will lead to x is 1. This was question 20. Question 21, same ideas. You can try alone now and check with me. Take the x with the x and the number with the number. Now 20, remember this is 1 here. So 20x equals negative 40. Divide by 20 both sides. And it leads to x equals negative 2. Another question with distribution. Then x minus 2 minus 12x equals 2x minus 2 plus 3x minus 6. So we have here 10x minus 12x negative 2x equals 2x. You can simplify here as well. 3x plus 2x, 5x. Because here we are adding this. And minus 2 minus 6 is minus 8. We make it easier or simpler as much as we can. Then minus 2x minus 5x, x is together, equals 2 minus 8. So negative 7x is negative 6. Divide both sides. So x is 6 over 7. 6/7 يعني. By the way, 6/7 means 6 over 7. 1/3 is 1 over 3. 2/3, 2 over 3. 1/4, 1 over 4. Reaching to the absolute value equations. Absolute value equations, of course, it's important to know that the absolute value will be always positive. So when you have an absolute value equals to a negative number and it's isolated already without any minus anything before, then directly you don't need to solve and you will say no solution. So directly the solution is phi or no solution because there is no value for OX that leads to absolute value equals to negative. Here, if you have absolute value as you see here multiplied by a number, then first get rid of that number. If it was added or subtracted, do the opposite operation, which is minus or plus. If it is multiplied, you will divide both sides by the same number. If it was divided, multiply. And for example, if this one was divided by 3 equals to 30, then you need to multiply by 3, the opposite operation, or the inverse operation. So here we have absolute value of y equals 10. Same, don't change anything inside. Now, since this appeared to be positive, then you have two cases and don't forget to write two cases whenever you face the absolute value positive number. So either the first one copy paste everything and the second one you just reverse the sign and solve each equation. This is the first solution and this will be the second solution. So the solution is 4 and minus 16, no matter of the order. Yani if you put in a set, it's not an ordered pair. In the set, we are mentioning, just listing the solution. Here, for example, it's an absolute value, but we cannot decide now because as you see, it is subtracted from negative 2. So first, I will get rid of this negative 2 by taking it to the other side. So this will be negative. Again, don't forget the negative. Equals minus 7 plus 2. Plus 2. So we end up here with 2x plus 3 equals minus 5, but we still have a problem here, which is negative. So we need to divide by this negative, which is negative 1. So I'll divide here by negative 1 to cancel the negative and the other side also. Remember, we didn't decide before that it's no solution. And now it turns to be positive and directly two cases. Copy paste the first without the bracket. The second one, you just reverse the signs. So 2x is 2, so x is 1. The other one here, 2x is minus 5 minus 3, so 2x is minus 8. And that means x is minus 4. So here the solution is minus 4 and 1. In the exam, usually you will not have this way. You will have it listed in a set like the one before. Yani the solution is 1 and minus 4, or it can be written as minus 4 and 1. Let's start here. Same idea. We have plus absolute value is added to something, isolate it, keep it alone first, and then you decide. And as you see, there is a 3 here multiplied by the absolute value. So absolute value of x minus 3 is minus 2. We end with absolute value equals negative number, which is not acceptable. So don't continue, just choose no solution. Now let's solve this question. And this is very similar to the one we have here, but he's asking to graph or to plot the solution set. Since directly this one is isolated with a positive number, so we will start with case 1 and case 2, one positive and one negative. Take this there, which is 2, take this here, and this will be -6. So we have two solutions, 2 and -6. And when you are asked to graph, you just draw a number line. And on the number line, you can put the numbers in order, in the right order. You just put closed circles, including those two solutions. So we will continue. Same idea here. This is more practice only, but not a different idea. And we end up with a positive number equals the absolute value. So we will, we will have two cases. 2x minus 3 is 2, 2x minus 3 is -2, and 2x is 5, 2x is 1. Calculate it and check. When you divide, so x here is 2.5, and here x is 0.5 or half. You can keep it even in the fraction form. Now he's asking you to check. How can I check? Checking is replacing the values that you have found. Check by replace, check. Checking the first one, which is 2.5. So we will replace in the original equation. So we'll put 3, absolute value of 2. I replace x by 2.5. And I will check whether or not it's equal to the other side, which is 10. Let's do it. Calculator can help you, guys, to find out. 2 times 2.55, 5 minus 3 is 2. Is it equal to 10? Absolute value of 2 is 2. I take it 2. 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Yes, it's a correct statement. So this was a correct solution. We repeat the same procedure again with the other value, which is 0.5. Replace in the original equation. So 2 times the x is 0.5 now. And we are checking equal to 10 or not. Let's do it. 2 times 0.5 is 1. 1 minus 3, -2. Now 3 times absolute value of -2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 4. It's 10. Of course, it's yes. So also this was a correct solution. So we solved and checked this time. This one is different than others because now there is not a number only, it's with a variable. So we deal with it exactly like numbers. Yani starting by isolating the absolute value. Let's see what will happen. Now we will take this to the other side. And then we will divide by 2. طبعا we will divide by 2. We are dividing here by 2 because it's multiplied by the whole bracket. But here we will divide everything by 2. So 4x divided by 2 is 2x. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Now, we don't know whether this one positive or negative. So we will deal with it as normally, as usually we are doing. Two cases. What's case number 1? We have case number 1 is the same exactly. Copy paste. I will change the color so that you differentiate. So x minus 8 is the same exactly. And case 2, we have x minus 8, don't change anything inside the bracket, equals now this part will be negative totally. All of it negative. كله. And we will solve one by one. This is the first solution. And negative, of course, because we are dividing both sides by negative. And for this one, we'll distribute the minus, so it will be -2x plus 7. Combining like terms, So x is 5. Now let's see. In this case, you must check. You must check because there's a variable in both sides, because one of them might not give you the correct answer. So let's check. Take this x equals -1 and replace it in the original equation. This is the original equation. So what are we going to do? We are replacing the x here and there with the -1. So 2 times -1 minus 8. And we check whether the sides are equal. Right-hand side is equal to the left-hand side. This is -9. Absolute value of -9 is 9. 2 times 9, 18, plus 4, 14, 32. Is 32 equals -4? No. So this solution will be rejected, not acceptable. We will reject that one. Going to the other solution, rejected, yani this solution is not giving me the correct answer. And this happens usually when you have a variable on both sides. One of the solution at least can be not true. Now checking x equals 5 in the original equation. Again, this is the original equation. 2. Let's check. 5 minus 8 is -3. And this is 20. 2. Absolute value of -3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And this becomes 20 equals 20, which is correct. So this is acceptable. So when you write the solution now, you will not include the first one in the solution set. So you just write solution only 5. That gives me the correct answer. Proportions again. You know the procedure now. You can check with me. Don't forget that you are going to distribute. Dividing both sides by 5. So see, here we have 2 expressions, but no worries. You are following me, and I think you all get the right answer, which is 4. Now you have to show your work. Of course, here for multiple choice, if you don't want to solve, you can check one by one. You can check the -4, put it here and put it there, and divide and check which is whether it's equal to 6/10 or not. طبعا simplify 6/10 because it's 3/5. Sometimes it's appearing in decimal way, which is 0.6. So that's why. Now let's see this one. Let's multiply again. Don't forget, with the you have an expression, include a bracket. Fifteen times 6 is 90, plus 15 times 2, which is 30. And everything will be solving equations again. And then you divide by -50, both sides, 4/5. And it can be written also in decimal form. Now using formulas, you are asked to solve the equation for z. Solving for a variable means keep the variable alone. Keep z alone or isolate the z. If you have the z included in a bracket or in an expression, you cannot take it out directly. First, you need to get rid of the denominators, if any, and then we will try to simplify. How can we get off the denominator? By multiplying by it. Multiplying here by 5 so that we cancel, and here by 5. I'll put it in a better way. Let's write the question again. This is the question. So I will multiply this side by 5 and this side by 5. Now we end up with cancellation of the 5. And this will be 2z plus 12 equals 20y. Now again, this is the z. So now this is our variable. We will deal with others as constants, as numbers. So we'll take everything to the other side, excluding the part includes z. And again, we have z, 2z, so I will divide by 2 both sides. And you can simplify by dividing everything by 2. 20y over 2, it's 10y, minus 12 over 2, minus 6. And that will be A, as is very clear here. Now, this is also with W, and W, as you see, existing here and there, and we have a problem, which is the 2. So I will copy the question first here, so that you can see better what I am going to do. I will multiply by this 2 to cancel. And don't forget, you are multiplying here by 2, but the whole expression. So you need to distribute 2R plus 8W equals 1 plus 3W. Combine the W's. He wants the W's and keep all other variables to the other side. So I will keep the 8W here and I will bring the 3W to it. And I'll take 2R to the other side. 8 minus 3W's, yani it is 5W equals 1 minus 2R. And then you divide by 5 both sides. So this is the W that I need. The base of a triangle B is 5. So this is triangle. And this is the base, actually. And it's equal to 5. The area of the triangle is 25. So area is 25. Find the height of the triangle H. This is the H. That is the height of the triangle. Since he is asking about, or he is talking about the area of the triangle, then we have to write the formula of the area of the triangle, which is half base by height. You can also write it as BH over 2. It's the same thing. Now we will find the height. We can replace directly to find B, and then we can find H, I mean, or we can solve for H. Solving for H. How can we solve for H? We have here half. So the step that we are going to start with is multiplying by the reciprocal, 2 over 1, or 2, yeah, both sides. So we end up with 2A equals BH. If you want the H alone, so you need to divide by B, both sides. Now, your H is 2A over V. And then we can replace now. Area is given as 25. B is given to be 5. And this results 10. H is 10. Now, this is called trapezoid, and the trapezoid is given by the formula A, blah, 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 half H times the sum of A plus B. A is the first base, B is the second base, where H is the height in inches, as you see, and A, B are measures of two bases, he mentioned here. But here he missed to say, and there is a missing information that says, or mentioned A is equal to 12. So let's use the formula. We have here area equals half HA plus B. We can replace directly, by the way, or if he is asking you to solve for H before yani the replacing, we can do that as well. Yani you can multiply here by 2 and here by 2 so that you cancel this. So now we have 2A is equal to HA plus B. Now, since you don't want this and it's multiplied by H, so simply you can just divide both sides by this expression. And this leads to 2a over a plus b is equal to your h because this is cancelled. Now let's replace h equals to 2 times the area is 12. A plus B يعني 4 plus 6. So it's 24 over 10, which is 2.4 inches. You can replace from the beginning as well, but I'm trying to do some practice to solve for a variable actually. Now converting units or measures by using the conversion factors. We have here some conversions that are conversion factors that we might need here. Choose the correct unit so that the value is equivalent to 3 pence. So we have here 3 pence. This is the given. Now, if you want to convert to gallons, from pence to gallons, where is the conversion factor that can help us? Actually, there is no direct formula from pence to gallons. So we will use it in an indirect way. We have here a relation between pence and quarts, and we have a relation between quarts and gallons. So what I will do is, I have to end up with gallons, right? So I want to cancel everything except that gallons. So we will start by 3 pence. This is 3 pence. I want to cancel the pence. So using this, pence down, so 2 pence is equal to 1 quart. And here he is saying 4 quarts equals to 1 gallon. Why I'm putting it in this way? Because I want to cancel the quart with the quart. There is this. This will cancel that. Pence will cancel the pence. So we have up 3 times 1 only. Down we have 2 times 4. So it is 3 over 8, which is 0.375 gallons. So this one will be with gallons. So this will take A. Okay. Now, ounces. How can I convert from pence to ounces directly? Here, there is another relations relating pence to cups and then cups to ounces, because there is no direct relation takes you from pence to ounces. So again, I will choose another color to say 3 pence multiplied by. Remember, at the end, I want ounces. So I want ounces up. So I will put the pence down. So I cancel. What do you have here? We have 1 pint equals 2 cups. So I will put 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. Now I need to cancel the cups by putting the cups down. And I have 1 cup equals 8 ounces. So cups goes with cups. Up we have 3 times 2 times 8. Down I have 1 by 1 only. 3 times 2, 6. 6 times 8, 48. What? Ounces. So this will be our ounces. Clear? Let's take the cups now. If you want the cups, if you want to convert from pints to cups, this is the easiest one, this one. We have 1 pint, 2 cups. So 3 pints is how much? Just cross multiply if you like. So this is x. So x times 1, which is x, equals 3 times 2, yani 6 cups. So, is there any 6 here? No. But if you have a choice with 6 cups, you can do it this way. Last one, which is the quarts, pence to quarts. 3 pence, and 3 pence. We want to go to quarts. And this is also easy. We have here 2 pence equals 1 quart. He wants 3 pence. So 3 pence is how much? You can put it like this as a proportion, and you can do it this way. X times 2 equals 1 times 3. So 2x equals to 3. and x is 3/2, which is 1.5. What? Quarts. So for the quarts, we have here the. Okay. Last question in chapter 2, we have this conversion factor. 1 foot is equal to 0.305 meter. Approximately how many feet are in 8 meters? So we put meters under meters. How many feet? X here. You can cross multiply. So 0.305x equals 8 times 1, which is 8. Divide both sides by this. And x will be 8 divided by 0.305. It will be 26.14. يعني the approximation is this one, the best approximation. If we rounded or we didn't round, I don't know. This is the best solution. So we end up with part 1. We finished related to chapter 2. Inshallah, part 2 will include chapter 4. See you then, and إلى اللقاء. Goodbye.